So we are back with another upgrade. The barrel that I wanted was delivered the day after I did the previous upgrade. So it means taking everything out the gun again. As you can see, this is for an AKM AKX. I believe this is going to work, and it was the only Laylax Prometheus barrel that I could find in the 200mm length that I needed for the noveske ghetto blaster. So we're going to give this a go and go from there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chrono as well my gun as it is, and then I'm going to do the results afterwards. So let me quickly just run this through my chrono and show you the results. Oh, completely gas out the mag. Brilliant. Bear with. Okay, so that issue now seems to be resolved. Hopefully we can get a good couple of shots out of this and go from there. Just to let you know, it is about 3 to 6 degrees where we are in the UK at the moment on this January evening. So going to fire a couple of shots through the chrono. As you can see, fully zeroed out. That one's 294. I'm expecting a bit of drop off. Oh, 315. And these are from 0.2 BBs. 310. 310. 311. So really consistent, to be honest. Really good. What I'll do is I will quickly... there you go. You can see a more of a rundown of the previous shots. So quite a consistent FPS on those 0.2s. Hopefully this should go up by around 10 to 15 FPS with the tight bore barrel going in it, but we'll see. What I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly deconstruct the gun, get it down to the smaller parts, and we'll go from there. Let's get this done. As you guys have seen this before, you'll probably be bored of it by now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this sight off. Sorry that this is off camera. Just with the space and stuff, it's a bit of a struggle. So I wanted this one to be nice and tight, so I did it up. Just on there with that. It's only a cheap riser. I'm hoping for a Geisley riser to come for this soon, as I think the Geisley Super Precisions look absolutely amazing. Where did I put that link key? So let's get this all taken down. I'm sure there's better ways to do this, but apologies. And actually, let's take that mag out just to make that a little bit easier. The gun is clear. I fired all of the BBs out of it. And then just on the other side. I tell you what, these Allen bolts are so much easier than the Torx they had in there. They've been an absolute godsend. So just as the previous video, we will take this all apart. And again, I forgot about the tracer, and that's what's stopping it from coming off. So let's get this tracer off and go from there. These Bifrost tracers are pretty decent. I don't use it for the multicolour, I just use it for the tracing ability. It's never really let me down. I've used it across multiple guns that I've got. I've got MP7s, I've got AEGs as well, Ronin 47s. I've also got Spectre Arms AEGs, and it's just been a really great piece of kit. Let me get the tool out that I need, because I think I need a 2.5 on this. Two and a half. Two and a half. Blimey. Apologies for the delay. So we'll get this off. So that can go and sit over there. What I will do as well, I'll knock out these just so they're out of the weapon. And it just makes it easier to hold. There we go. Place the lower receiver group somewhere else. And then take this barrel nut off. I'm getting a pro at this, I swear. Getting a pro at this. And then I'll just take that off as well. Put that back in there, wherever it goes. I believe it goes, yep, it goes there. And then pull this out. As with yesterday, the secret to doing this is pushing on the end of the barrel and then pulling this out. I believe there is a... Yep, there is. It's still intact, and we'll put that back in. So, as with yesterday, what we'll do is we'll take these bits off. Just roll them off. And then take out the hop arm and hop assembly. Just put those over to the side. Take out the bucking. Take out the O-rings. I don't know if these are specific O-rings because of if they're different sizes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep one to the left and one to the right. So I know one's for the rear and one is for the front. And now it's time to open up this bucking. The barrel, sorry. And I'm going to do... Sorry about that, picking up where we left off. The phone rang, and that's what I'm recording off, so it stopped me doing anything. So just getting the barrel out now. As you can see, it is pretty much identical in length. And well, it is identical in length. I think there might be maybe a millimetre or two in it. The barrels look identical as well, so I don't think there's going to be any issues with these at all. So let's get this cleaned and then see how we get on. Let's get some of the cleaning bits for it. Hopefully I only need to use 2 for this, but we'll see how we get on. So just like the last video, give them a good clean inside and out. Even a new barrel is fairly dirty, if you can see the colour difference. So yeah, it goes to show you've just got to give them a clean, even if they're fresh out the factory. So yeah, that's going to now go into the rifle. We'll be putting that all back together now that's cleaned. So let's get this one out the way. That will go back into the original packaging, just because I like to keep all my stuff together clean and tidy. And then it will go into my spare parts bin, essentially. And if I ever sell the gun or get rid of it or just want to try something out, that will be used that way. So yeah, let's do this. Let's get the bucking back on. If you remember yesterday, we have to find the groove in it, which is just going to be there and there. And then we prise it on nice and gently. I believe it goes to there. Yeah, because there's a kind of a walled section in the bucking. That's that part done. And now we rebuild the hop. So we put the Waldo Dynamics hop arm back in. We go back and put this part on as well. And then just line it up. Perfect. No, it doesn't seem to be fitting. What's going on here then? Let's just get this all in right. I don't think it was sitting quite right in the barrel that time. Sorry, in the hop chamber. A little bit of a play and now it's fitting. No, it doesn't seem to be right at all. Let me just check this. Let me just have a look at the other barrel, actually. don't seem to be any difference. No difference at all. So God knows why that's not working. Oh, that made quite a satisfying click on there. So that sits well in there. And then when put back together, sits perfectly. So what's not working? Does it not like the hop arm now? Because I can't imagine that would change much. Ah, perfect. And that's back together as it should be. So I'm just going to put this O-ring back on in the order they came from. And that's now back on, as you can see. Apologies for doing that off camera. And then the second O-ring. Back on, as you can see. Still plenty of loose. It's plenty loose there, which is what you need. And then obviously, if you look through, I don't know if the camera's going to be a good enough angle, you can see when it's pressed, the hop rubber pushes down and through. See, the little bit of pressure on there is what creates the surface. So let's get this all back together. And there's that O-ring that's pushed back out, which, if you remember yesterday, we had to do something with. So I will put that back on, and then I will get out the tool that I used yesterday, which I said don't do. Obviously, say as I do, not as I say. Do as I say, not as I do. Just gently pushing that back in. All it is to stop it moving around in the inner barrel. So, and it's not rubberized. I think it's sort of a nitrile, whatever they call it. It's more of a harder rubber. So that's ready. Obviously, I will put the rest back together. We can then slide that back in. Actually, I'll take the bolt out to slide this back in. As you can see, that hop arm attaches in there. And now this is the worst bit of it, getting these lined up straight so that the gun can go back together. It's a bit of trial and error. I'm going to do that off camera before coming back to test. Obviously, putting your other parts back together as well. So you'll put this back on. Don't forget that because it's an important bit. I don't know why that's now tight on there, but we'll work this out, and I'll be back with you shortly. So a little trick to getting these barrel bolts right. Just stick something in there and just lever it slightly, and it will line up perfectly each time. I don't know if that's the correct way of doing it, but it's a way that I've found that works for me, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to finish screwing this back together, and then I'll be back to you with the results. So we're back. The gun's all built up, and we're ready to fire. I've got the tracer unit ready, as you can see, all on zeros. So we're going to fire another 5 or 6 shots through it, just to see how we get on. First one, 297, so not too far away from the original result. 323, 318, 315, 317, 317, 313, 311, 310, 38. But they're dropping because I'm using the gun fairly quickly. So let me just place that down over there. As you can see, there's the results. The previous, which I'll have to look back, yeah, it's a bit of an improvement. It's nothing vast, but hopefully when I get it out and test it at range, it's going to lead to better groupings and better shots. So only time will tell. So, yeah, that is the replacing of a barrel on a Noveske Ghetto Blaster MWS. If it's helped, give us a like. If you enjoy the content, subscribe. Feel free to comment as well. If any of you guys know a quick way to fill MWS mags, please do let me know while I'm doing this testing. I am waiting for a HPA solution for it, so we'll be running around using EMP mags in the next week or so. I'm just waiting for something to come over from AirTac. So yeah, give us a shout, let us know what you think, and we'll go from there. Cheers.